My father built the first drive-in theater in Ohio, in Wadsworth, Ohio. I think it was 1947. And he operated it for a year, and somebody came along and offered him 3 times what he had in it, and of course he sold it. But it just revolved into building screens, because then drive-in theater business got popular and there was a big demand for screens, and my dad being an engineer and had experience. It's kind of, we started out the way we're kind of going out. It was especially, nobody else did it. And then there came a time where there were 2 or 3 competitors, and they kind of came and went, and I'm the only one left. So. And we're very proud of our reputation.
When I started in on the process of taking over the Tiffin Drive-In Theater, a rather lengthy to-do list began to take shape. And number 1 on that list was the drive-in movie screen itself.
We had years during the heydays of the drive-in theaters where there was 2 or 3 years where we were building 50 screens a year.
It is original to the Tiffin Drive-In Theater, which opened on June 10th of 1949. The first movie that was screened up there was called Buck Privates, and it starred Abbott and Costello. So it's been here a very long time.
We work all over the country, and we've built these in 6 foreign countries.
And it's really a conglomeration of different construction projects. You can see the steel reinforced kickers on the front of it. It's been repaired a number of times, and it has the 2 wings on the side from when they expanded it to accommodate the CinemaScope movies that started to come out of Hollywood in the 1950s.
Tiffin, Ohio was only about a 2-hour drive from where I live in northern Ohio, and it's in my own backyard, relatively speaking.
But the internal structure of it is made entirely of wood, and the ravages of time through termites and dry rot and all the other things have really taken their toll on it. And it's to the point that it really can't be repaired. And so we knew that the old screen was going to have to come down eventually, and that we were going to have to build a new screen eventually. So we just made the decision to build the new screen now. And so that our customers, our moviegoers, can start to enjoy the benefits of that sooner rather than later. So I got online and started getting on drive-in forums and things, just trying to figure things out about screens, and everything was Selby. So I thought, I've got to find out who this is, and I finally did. But what was interesting was that there was no other name being mentioned when anybody talked about building a screen.
It's a strange business. That's why there's not many people in it, because it's a hard business. But I grew up in it.
And I think it's essential to the future of the drive-in going forward. And I'm excited to watch the process of going from the old to the new. was a kind of bittersweet moment to see that old landmark come down on October 1st. So how many of them do you think you've built over the years?
Well, it's somewhere around 2,000. We amaze some people sometimes how fast we could build a screen. It took us a month and a half to fabricate this, and we came out here and put it up in less than a week. We started out on Monday morning digging trenches, really big trenches, and by Friday afternoon they were done, and we wrapped it up, and it's all ready to go. If I look more relaxed and at ease than I did in the earlier parts of this video, it's because I am. I am breathing a sigh of relief that this is done, because Mr. Selby and I encountered all manner of challenges and delays that pushed this project back through the month of September and into October. You don't want to be building a screen in bad weather, being cold or very windy. We used to build them in the middle of Michigan in January, and that's when I was still young and stupid. And so I've gotten old and a little smarter.
It's because it needs to be warm and dry and without very much wind in order to do the concrete, in order to get the paint to dry on the screen surface the way that we want it to, and to then hang the sheets. So we were really concerned about that, but I'm standing here now with a sunburn, chapped lips, and a little bit of paint on my boots. So those are all good problems, because it means that the weather really smiled on us this week.
But this worked out perfectly. The weather is just beautiful, and October can be that way sometimes, and we got lucky.
It couldn't have been better, with the exception of a little bit of wind on Wednesday when the guys were up on the big crossbars on the big screen.
Initially it's a little scary, but you kind of get used to it, and you get confident in where you know where to hang on and where not to. And I actually, one time I was working that very top beam. It was about 65 feet in the air, sitting on a 6-inch wide I-beam. And I was so confident that there was a problem with the crane for about a half an hour. I found a way to lay backwards and put my head cradled in the I-beam, and I actually fell asleep 60 feet in the air. So that was too confident. I wouldn't recommend that.
When you do any kind of a construction project like this, you're so focused on the design and what things are going to look like and how they're going to work, and you're not thinking as much about who are you going to meet in the process, who are you going to work with, who are the people that are going to become such a big part of your life for a while. And the number one thing that I'll take from this was the opportunity to work with Jerry Selby and his wife, Meredith. They are such nice people, and they're such a great team, and they really are a team. They do everything together, and when you're working on a collaborative project like this, those are great people to work with. And they had such a professional crew, and they were so congenial that by the end of the week I was really sad to see them go, because I really felt like they'd kind of become part of our little family out here.
We took the job, and I'm glad we did. It was a lot of hard work, and I don't know if I'll do another one, but...
Well, there have been a lot of people watching movies on drive-in screens thanks to you.
Yeah, I might have some kind of record there, but I don't know what it is. So now, really, it's literally showtime. The screens are ready. I'm ready.
I hope our audiences are ready to come out to the Tiffin Drive-In Theater and see some movies and shows that are going to look brighter and sharper than they ever have out here before. So I hope to see all of you soon, and as always, enjoy the show.